Welcome back to our trip around the coastline of England and Wales. In this episode we're making our way around Carmarthen Bay in South Wales. Stick around for our top tip for what might just be the best place for a family day out in the car.
Right over there, you'll do coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see that one.
So this is, where are we? Pendine Sands?
Pendine, yeah.
Pendine Sands. And a very kind gentleman called Mark has allowed us to park our bike in his little field, which has got 4 or 5 caravans in it. He noticed the bike and invited us in, so thank you so much, Mark. That was great.
This is Pendine Sands, a 7-mile beach on the shores of Carmarthen Bay. Today it seems unremarkable, perhaps not the best beach we've seen, but pleasant enough in its own way. But, as you may be aware, this place has a remarkable story, and you don't have to go too far back in history to discover it. Cars and motorcycles first made their appearance at the dawn of the 20th century. Not long afterwards, men became obsessed with how fast they could go. You have to remember there were virtually no purpose-built racetracks or runways at that time, and certainly none that provided a long enough straight to achieve the high speeds that were possible. Beaches like Pendine Sands provided a firm, flat surface that was straighter and smoother than many major roads of the time. Motorcycle magazine described the sands as the finest natural speedway imaginable. Pendine not only became the preferred location for land speed records, but also hosted motor racing events such as the Welsh TT Trophy. Starting on September the 5th, 1924, with a top speed of 146 miles per hour and ending on February the 4th, 1927, with a top speed of 174 miles per hour, Pendine saw 5 land speed records broken in a battle between 2 men, Malcolm Campbell and John Parry Thomas. Campbell's car Bluebird cost 100 times more than Babs, Parry Thomas's car. Parry Thomas returned and set a speed of 180 miles per hour, beating Campbell's 175 mile per hour record. Tragically, the record wasn't accepted because a spectator had interfered with the timing equipment, and when Parry Thomas made another run, he crashed and was killed instantly. Shortly after Parry Thomas's ill-fated attempt, more suitable locations in the US, such as Daytona Beach, took over. Campbell went on to set a further 5 records at Daytona. When Daytona could no longer handle the increasing speeds, the Bonneville Salt Flats took over, and Campbell set his last record there on the 3rd of September 1935, reaching 301 miles per hour. In 1967, Babs was exhumed from her sandy grave. She was meticulously restored and can be seen today in the Museum of Land Speed that has recently been opened overlooking the beach at Pendine. Pendine has been the UK's predominant location for land speed records. Campbell's 1927 run was the last time the ultimate record would be set here or anywhere in the UK. Pendine continued to host other records and events, and in recent years there's been a resurgence of interest in Pendine's motoring heritage.
I know we're always saying about the places we'd like to return to, but virtually all of the small towns and villages we rode through during this episode are on our must return to list. We've never really explored Carmarthen Bay before and didn't realise just how lovely it is, even in high season. Hopefully you'll see what we mean from the video. This is Llanstapan. Llanstapan. So on the estuary.
If you know your Welsh geography, you might be aware that we need to make our way around 3 estuaries now. Looking at a map, they appear like a crow's foot. At the furthest inland point, where we need to cross the main bridge, lies the county town of Carmarthen. But we need to crack on, or else we'll never get to the end of this trip.
Side signal box. It's a bit like a ghost town, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit like sort of at the end of the road sort of place, because it is really.
Yeah, sure.
Another castle up there. Lovely, isn't it?
This is Kidwelly.
Yes. Kidwelly RFC.
Rugby Football Club. Got their own clubhouse.
Are they in the Premier League?
No. They're very, very big on it here, though, aren't they? It surprised me. A lot of these little towns have got very, very good rugby clubs. Rugby
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yes, because rugby's big in Wales, isn't it?
Lights from
Train's
the train.
coming. Woo. Love a train. Look at that. Train's coming. Got an old signal box there as well, look. So do we think left or right?
Well, straight on.
No, the train. Which direction do you reckon the train's coming from?
I don't know.
I think from the right. You'll have to say left.
Well, I have to say left then.
So it's either what, Swansea, or what big place is in that direction? Pembroke. They've got loads of these level crossings in Wales, haven't they? But we haven't got hardly any left. It took ours away, didn't it? Which way? Yay, that's right.
Does that mean you want a medal?
There he goes. Oh! Blessed with 2. Oh, it's a little poodle. Just a little local one, isn't it, that shunts up and down. Any more? Doubt it, because otherwise they catch up with each other.
Not true.
But we'll just sit and enjoy the view. Oh, there's somebody in there. He's actually working it properly.
Yeah.
Oh, how amazing is that? See if he'll wave to me. No, he's not looking. He's focused on keeping his train safe.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Thankfully, yeah. So we'll carry on exploring where we don't know where we're going. There's nothing new though, is it, Jared?
No.
Yeah, it is down here. But maybe if you go around that corner, there's a car park.
Well, both ways look interesting. This is to a car park.
We want to see a bit of water.
I think we'll just go round and bring us back out.
Yeah. Actually, both ways. Oh, I don't know though. That still carries on. So,
No, that's a no.
Better not.
For sure, that's a no. Kidwelly Quarry is the other way.
Oh. All good. Yeah, we don't want to annoy the dog walkers. And that path will probably peter out. Probably ends at the beach, but might not be able to get there. So that was the car park.
We'll have a quick look down Kidwelly Quarry.
Kidwelly.
Oh.
Ooh. Sorry, fella. You might be sticking out a bit. But oh, this looks interesting. We might get our view of the water. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there's a boat there. That's promising. Yeah, I think we should, don't you? Those people over there are bird watchers. There are some incredibly interesting wading birds here. I think that's a red shank. Very interesting place. Really ancient port for the transport of coal.
This is where we've come out to. So we came down, that was the first one we car parked we went into, and then we came up and we're right there.
Part of the old ancient canalways for transporting the coal. Fascinating. Lovely and quiet too. Nobody here. Nice and quiet. While they're all at Freshwater, East, West, Boston. Castle an abbey, old canals for transporting the coal. Did it say it was the biggest Welsh port for transporting coal at one point? I think it might have done. Thanks for sticking around. At the start of this episode I said we would show you the best family day out in the car, and here it is, Pembrokeshire Country Park. In the last episode we explained why the common good was superior to the greater good. Well, Pembrokeshire Country Park proves the point. We'll get to the history of this site in a moment, but today it's a 500-acre public recreation area. Possibly the best thing about it is the vehicle access. In recent years many places have restricted vehicles and some are openly hostile. Here at Pembrokeshire the network of roads gives access to pretty much the whole park. Even at the most busy periods like today, you'll still be able to find plenty of space and can even tuck yourself away if you want to avoid the crowds. From what we could see, parking on the grass, setting up gazebos and even having a barbecue are all permitted. But there's much more to Pembrokeshire than that. It hosts regular events and there's lots to do. The activities include a dry ski slope, toboggan, kiddies fairground, crazy golf, adventure playground, cycle hire, miniature railway, laser tag, surfing, horse riding, outdoor cinema and a cycling circuit. If you want to stay longer than a day, then there's two sites. The Caravan and Motorhome Club run one, but there's another open to everyone that also allows tents. The location is a fantastic combination of woodland and coast. There's miles of sandy beach and walking trails to enjoy. Over to Jared for the history.
Even from a cursory glance, it's not difficult to see this was once the site of a munitions factory. The site is perfect, far enough away from population, but close enough to access a workforce. The soft ground lends itself to bunker building and absorbing explosions. Explosives were first produced here in 1882. At the outbreak of the First World War, production was drastically increased. Pembrokeshire's main product was TNT and cordite, the propellant used in bullets and other ordnance. 4,000 people, mainly women, were employed producing 200 tons of TNT and 225 tons of cordite a week, and assembling shells. At the end of the Great War, production virtually ceased, but was ramped up again in the Second World War. Many workers gave their lives, either from explosions or the poisonous nature of the chemicals used. Many others were recognised for their courage during emergencies at the site. Today the site is an urban explorer's playground, with a lot of the old structures remaining.
Hello. I'm trying to get out. The machine does not recognise the motorcycle. There's no picture of us.
Yeah, it's done on face front AMPR, so it won't pick up your motorbike.
Okay.
So what most people on motorbikes do, as you're going down towards the barrier, right, there's a pavement on the right hand side. They just go up and around and totally avoid the
On
barrier.
the mud on the right side. Okay. Alright, yeah. I thought that might be the case. I didn't want. Okay. Thank you. I got it.
If everybody on a motorbike does that.
Over on the right where those people are walking. That's where we want to go, isn't it? Up there, we want to go up there. Hello? Okay. That was kind. He meant next right, but not into the housing estate, presumably.
We're just getting into the part of South Wales that was once dominated by mining, predominantly coal. This is Bury Port, and like Ferryside earlier, pretty much owes its existence to the collieries. South Wales' industrial heritage fascinates me. The social, economic and historical impact is profound. No doubt we'll see more of it in future episodes. Like much of South Wales, Bury Port is a shadow of its former self, but has, against all odds, survived.
More lovely sand. On the 17th of June 1928, Amelia Earhart landed her seaplane here at Bury Port, making her the first female pilot to fly across the Atlantic. Oh, there's a cycle path here, isn't there? Yes, we've done this cycle path. Very, very nice. That little toy poodle's enjoying his walk, isn't he? I can see Wormhead at Rosilli. Because over there, that's the Gower.
It's been a long day and we're just arriving at Llanelli Beach. Not so long ago, this was also a very industrial area. Modern redevelopment is a common sight along this South Wales coastline, but it takes a lot more than just a few new buildings to reinvigorate an area. Despite the makeover, you can still sense the proud working class character of this place.
This is Llanelli.
That's it for this episode and today. Join us next time as we continue the journey.